Here are a few things you should consider before building a rock wall. One of them will be that they can actually fall over if they are small and skinny, and if they are going to be used as retaining walls, then they can actually be pushed over by the force of the soil. So here what you're looking at here looks to be something that's about 2 foot by 2 foot, 2 foot wide, 2 foot tall, and it goes around an area, and it looks like everything's in pretty good shape except for where they poured these new concrete stairs and this new looks like walkway. And I'm guessing that whoever worked on the project might have had some heavy equipment and actually just pushed the wall over accidentally, and that's just my guess. But it actually could have fell over for a few other reasons. I mean, you can see here there's a large crack. Looks like there are squirrels. Squirrels can undermine the foundations of these, and the walls can fall over. And again, the cracks, you're going to see them for a variety of different reasons. One of them will be any type of movement or settling. So if you have any type of soil erosion caused naturally or by some type of animals like squirrels, then eventually the soil will settle down and crack. That's not uncommon even in building foundations. Here's another view of the wall. You can see where the soil is actually starting to erode from underneath the wall, providing us with a pretty good clue that this was built right on top of the ground. Now, there is a solution to that also. You could actually dig a trench and start building the wall below ground. And who knows, maybe this wall was below ground 3 or 4 inches at one time, but no longer is. There is another solution to that. You could actually pour a concrete footing foundation underneath the wall and then install rebar in the footing to provide you with additional structural support. If you're going to build a wall 24 inches wide, then put a footing that's 24 inches wide, maybe 12 inches down in the ground. But again, this is all going to depend on how big the wall is. For something like this, I think 12-inch deep footing with maybe 4 pieces of half-inch rebar running the length of the footing, running horizontal to the or parallel to the wall would be fine. But again, I'm not a structural engineer. I'm just kind of throwing that out there. Obviously, anything would be better than nothing. And right now, what we're looking at is a rock wall without anything. Here's the biggest problem of all, and that is, of course, that the rocks actually will fall out. And again, I'm not saying it's going to happen every time, but if it does, it all starts with a foundation. If you don't have a foundation, you build a rock wall, it's too thin, it's not built in the right soil, it's not built in compacted soil. The wall starts to crack. Well, guess what? The rocks are going to fall out. And this all depends on how it was built, how wide it is, and so on. So really, to sum everything up here, if you're going to build a rock wall, make sure that it's going to be a little thicker. Thicker rock walls, I should say wider rock walls, are going to last a little longer than thinner ones. I've seen people build rock walls 8 inches tall and about 8 inches wide, and they just put it right on top of the dirt. And within 2 or 3 years, this thing's just trashed. It's cracked. It's lifting up in some areas. Trees come up and they lift this. The roots of the trees lift a section of the wall up, and it's a goner. And that's the main reason why I'm making this video. If you are going to build a rock wall, it wouldn't be a bad idea to build one a little wider. Something like this might be 24 inches wide and about 24 inches tall, and it's got some large rocks in it. And I doubt if this has any structural rebar in it. But, and again, I'm not suggesting you're going to be able to put a piece of rebar in a rock wall like this. or even a smaller rock wall, and it's going to provide you with any type of reinforcement, because it's not like solid concrete. It's different here. So anyway, that's it. I hope this video helps. I could have went on and on like I normally do, but the main reason why I made it was just to give you guys and gals a little more insight on some of the problems you could run into if you don't have a footing and you build it in the wrong type of soil, and this is some of the stuff that could happen.